thinking about the characters in Night Thoughts. Like, I sort of remember you sort of saying you used to kind of have a little dictaphone where you'd speak lyrics and ideas for characters, and they always had these. You always had these people in Suede, people in Suede songs. But if this one was more about sort of you and your father's relationship, was that different process?
Yeah, it's less. It's much less sort of fictionalised. You know, I did, in the early days, I used to have all these kind of this sort of little string of people that kind of somehow they were almost like part of my own little private soap opera, almost like my little collection of fictional characters. And with this, it's much more, like we were saying, it's obviously more personal and about real people in my life rather than imaginary people.
And then you've got the children's voices sort of occurring in a couple of places, I think, on the record. How did you bring that in? What was the thinking behind that in terms of the sequencing?
Later on, didn't it?
Did you add them in?
Yeah, we were looking for atmospheres. I think that it comes from that really, and because lots of the themes are to do with family and children and stuff like that. We were looking for interest in atmospheres, and I got the little section just before Learning to Be is actually my stepson reading from the Bible. It was actually taken from my inspiration point was a Crass record called Reality Asylum, which is a really dark. Sort of post-punk thing, and there's this child reading from the Bible at the end, it's a very the music is kind of this anti-religion sort of like pretty hardcore statement, and suddenly you've got this child reading from the Bible, and it kind of adds this weird juxtaposition. It's brilliant. It's very very unsettling, and it was a kind of like not homage to that, but very much inspired by that, and so. We got my stepson to read some passages and then sort of buried it a bit, so you can't really hear what he's saying. But it was very much about just trying to sort of playing with finding interesting sonic atmospheres, you know.
And with the thing about the casting in the film, Roger, how was that your doing, or how did you find and how did you decide who was going to be right for the different characters?
It really had to boil down to whether they could act or not. We had a lot of people apply when we put up calls in various places, and we had to look at show reels and then do meet people and get them to do little pieces and stuff. And it was really down to they had to be very very good actors. And I think we were really lucky with who we got. Alex and Jane were amazing.
Because they've got no dialogue, nothing to fall back on, nothing to say. This is why I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's almost like kind of they've got a mime, haven't they? Yeah. It's a very different.
I mean, even in silent films, you have subtitles.
Yeah.
We didn't even have that. So they had to be very very strong and not look like they were acting either. They had to look natural.
It is very naturalistic. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Did they have the album then to listen to and kind of get absorbed into what they were doing and who they were doing?
Yeah. I mean, we played the songs a lot on set. Every morning when we got up. Because we kind of camped out in student digs in Cardiff, and so every morning we get listen to what we were going to be doing that day and stuff. And sometimes it was quite disparate. We'd be doing bits of 3 songs in one day, so it was quite confusing. But yeah, everyone had to kind of inhabit the songs, a lot.
And with the band down in after the sat nav had taken to the wrong Newport, did you go down for a lot of the filming or just?
No, we kind of went down to have a look, didn't we? Just to make sure that Roger hadn't gone kind of Colonel Kurtz, off in the Welsh landscape.
Joined the Welsh nationalists.
Yeah, we kind of went down. We saw like 3 or 4 things. They looked absolutely great. The setting was amazing. It was more kind of just like, okay, this is all fine. He knows what he's doing. He's not. He hasn't made this up.
I did.
We saw what did we see? We saw a bit of No Tomorrow, didn't we? Which just looked amazing. It was absolutely great. It's I think my favourite bit of the film, and some of the drowning stuff. And it was just, okay, this is going to be okay.